Okay, I will start today early, a bit early, so that in the last class, which we which was stopped in the middle, I could just. Okay. So in the last class, this program I was doing and it was stopped abruptly due to time was over. So first we will finish this quickly and then we will move on to our next topic, that is binary search. Now in linear search, the concept was first, according to the algorithm, we will take a few elements, then we will take the elements one by one so that our entire array is filled up according to the number of elements I enter. Then I will give a number which I want to search for in that array. Now that number I have saved in the variable num. Then I will traverse throughout the array, and for each and every location or index position, starting from the 0th till the last, whatever positions are there in my array, for each position, I will check the equality of my element at each position with the number I have provided to search for. So when I equal to 0, it will compare that the element at the 0th index in my array, whether it is equal to the number I have entered to search for. If it is not, fine, it will go to I plus plus, then it will search whether the element at the first location, that is index 1, not the first location, index 1, whether that element is matching my number to search for. If not, then fine, it will go to I plus plus, that is my element at index 2, whether that element is equal to the element I am searching for. So like this, it will traverse the array. So if in between I found any element, I will get the location of that index. Now this I am saving in another variable position, which I am in short form, I have written it as pos. Now I will print what? I will print that I have found the element at this position. So I have written this printf statement. Now I have given a break statement, and you can see I have given one found equal to 1 and found equal to 0. Now what are these things? Whenever for any searching algorithms, we always start with setting a flag. Flag means the flag is initially, when I started my algorithm, the flag is initially by default set to 0. I have written this variable as found. If you want, you can write this variable as flag, as A, as B, as anything you wish to. Okay? This means that if I find the element, that is, my search is successful, I will change the variable found value equal to 1. And when this, after this break, when this break is found, so the cursor will jump out of this loop and it will directly come here, right? And it will check that whether my found is equal to 0 or 1. If it is 1, if my found is 1, that is I have found the element, I will print the element at which location I have found, then I will do a break statement. Break means out of this loop, it will directly come to this statement. There, the thing is, I have given this line that if found equal to 0, then you print that your element is not found. But for a case whether when I am finding the element in my array, then this condition is not true. And if this condition, this line is not true, so this line also won't be printed. So what would happen if I do not give this? If I do not give this, you know what will happen? Your found will be set to 1. Suppose you are searching for an element, that element will be found. You, after this, the break statement is there, that is, it will come out of this loop and it will directly go to this section and it will print this section. So it will print that element 17 is found at location 3, and another sentence also it is printing the element is not found in the array. But it is wrong, right? If my flag is value is remaining 0, then only I will say my element is not found. But if the flag value is being changed to 1, that means if this is true, some matching is happening. If my flag value or found value is changed to 1, then this statement should not be executed. And for this statement not to be executed, I need to give some condition, and this is the condition that if my found value is 0, that is it started with 0 and it is still 0, that means in my array I have not been able to get a match for the number I am searching. So in the process my found has not been changed or has not been updated to 1, and so then this statement will be printed that the element is not found in the array. Is this concept clear? Yes or no? Is this concept
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now you understand
Yes,
why
ma'am.
deliberately I have given one extra variable or a flag or a counter, whatever you may say this. This is the reason why. Otherwise, everything will be printed. So just let us quickly run this. Suppose I wish to give 5 elements, and the elements of the array are 56, 78, 45, 12, 96. And suppose I wish to search for 12. It is saying 12 element is found at position 3. So this 50, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, index 3. It is right. And if I am giving any other element, suppose 97 or something which is not there in the array, it will say that the element is not found in the array. Okay. So this is the logic or the implementation of my entire linear search algorithm in C program. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so I will just start with today's topic then. Okay, so today I will start with the next searching, that is the binary search. Instead of linear algorithm, can we search element from matrix form? Yes, yes. You can search anything anywhere. You can search, linear search is an algorithm, the concept of which I explained using 1D arrays. Same thing you can run in your 2D arrays. Whenever you are doing 2D arrays, that is the matrix form. So this is an algorithm, a concept, and in which array you will follow, that is up to you. You can implement in anything you want. Okay. So now, one difference between linear search and binary search is there. Binary search is similar to searching in a book. How do you search in a book? In a book, from page number 1 to page number 1000, all the pages are serially numbered. So suppose you want to search for page number 560. How do you do? Just abruptly you open the book and you see that you are in which page number. Suppose if you are in page number 32, then you will again go a few pages forward and you will again next flip the page, and if you have crossed the page 500, that is first time you open the book and you are in page 600, then you will move again to the few behind pages. So this is the logic. Linear search can work on both sorted and unsorted elements. That is, if you jumbled up the elements, still it will find. And if you give the elements in ascending orders or descending, whatever it is, still it will find. Why is that? Because in linear search, each and every location of my array, I compare it with the number. It is time taking, but it will work in both sorted and unsorted arrays. But binary search will only work in sorted arrays. Why? Because here it's just similar to doing bookkeeping or finding something in your telephone directory or finding something in your dictionary. How do you do? Suppose you have to start something first with the letter L. Then you first flip the page where you get L. Then after the next L, you have the element U. Then you open those pages where element U. How do you know this? Because after L, again alphabetically it is sorted. A, B, C, D, like this. So always in sorted arrays it will work. It is not said that it is less efficient or it is bad in comparison to linear search, but both of these algorithms have certain scenarios to work on. Linear search can work on anything, but binary search can work on only sorted arrays. Fine. So what is the concept? First, I will draw it. Okay. Suppose this is my entire array which I am provided with. Fine. Now, first what happens here, we need to define a start and one end. So in this array, my start variable will be this one. This is my start. And obviously this is my end. Then we need to find the middle one. Why is this name binary given? Because in each iteration, on each step, my entire array is halved. My entire array is bisection, so that I will always have two halves, one on the left, one on the right. So like this it is done. So it will be start plus end by 2. Okay. So my start is suppose I am writing the index locations over here. Fine. So this is my index location. So according to my value, my start is at location which one? Which index?
0, ma'am. 0.
And my end is at location?
9.
9.
9.
So 0 plus 9, 9. 9 by 2 will give us 9 by
4.5. हम ये छोड़ देगा
9 by 2 will give us a decimal value, right? 4.2, right? A 4.5. But here one symbol you can see, this means the floor value. So 4.5, what value should I take if it is a floor value?
4.
4.
4.
Right. So if it would have been opposite, like if this symbol would have been there, then I would have used the ceiling one. But here the symbol is always whatever value we are getting, we will take the floor value. So if I take the floor value of 4.5, it gives me 4. So this is my middle position for the first step, right? Next is we will compare. What will we compare? I will just write it. Now, you tell me one thing. I am searching for one element. Suppose the element value is 52. I am searching. Even if it is not present, still I want to search for it. 52. I started my array here. I ended my array here. Everything is, what will I say? Everything is sorted by sequentially. I have found the middle position. Then, can you tell me in which section will I try to find for my next step the element 52? Section left or section right?
Right section.
Right.
Right
Right.
section.
Right. Why is that? Because since we have already know that entire array is sorted, I will always check my number to search for with the number at the middle element. If the middle element number itself matches the number which I am searching, fine. If not, then I will have to see whether the number I am searching is lesser than 20 or greater than 20. If it is lesser than 20, I will be only concentrated on this part and not on this part. If it is greater than 20, then only I will be concentrated on this part and not on this part. So at every section, if you notice, I am deleting the possibility of finding half of the elements. So my searching is sequence focused. 1 minute, okay? আমি ক্লাসে আছি পরে কথা বলছি So each and every time my searching is halved. Halved means few elements, and this few means half of the elements I do not have to look for also in my searching process. Okay, so the concept is, if the element I have at this mid position, if it is lesser than the element I am searching for, I am searching for 52, 20 is lesser than 52, then I will search in the right part of 52. 1 minute. No, binary search method means this method, the way the algorithm is designed, it will only work for 1 by 2. If you want to work it for 1 by 4 directly starting from the first step, then you will have to change this algorithm. You may design that algorithm on your own. Okay, but this algorithm, it will start with 1 by 2, and for each iteration process, it will go on for 1 by 4th, 1 by 4th, and like that. So if I find out that this is the right side of my element that I am searching for, then for the next step from 25 I will search till 60. I won't be interested in this step for the next iteration step. So this will be my start for the next step. Yes or no? The end will be same, but this will be my start. That is, mid plus 1 location will be my start for the next iteration. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
So what will happen? I will search to the right part, that is right of the middle element, and I will update my start variable to mid plus 1, and my end will be what was remaining, end only. And if the opposite things happen, suppose I am searching for element 9, then when I look at 20, I know I need to search in the left part. So my start will be same, but my end will be mid minus 1. So I am interested from 2 location to 11th location if I need to search from 9. So my mid, that is my end, will be now, this will be my end for the next iteration. So mid minus 1, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if array of mid position में the element is there, it is greater than the element I am searching, then I will search the left part, and my start will be whatever was there when I first started, but my end will be mid minus 1. It will be updated. Okay, and this is the two possibilities. Another possibility, acha, this is not any other step. I am writing it for you to understand, but this third step only will have three possibilities: one, two, and another one. I am just naming it so that you understand. Another, it may happen that whenever you are calculating mint, the middle element itself is the element you are searching for. Either the element can be in the left, either the element can be in the right, or either the middle element is the element you are searching for. So if this is the case, then fine, not an issue. We will say that fine, the element is found, and we will return the mid index location. The element is found, not a problem. Then one thing can happen, that after doing this thing, suppose you are interested in the right part. So first you start was here, then in the next iteration your start is here, then in the next iteration your start is here. That is, a time comes when start and end are pointing at the same location. Or if you are interested in this left part, your end is here in the next iteration. A time will come when your end is here, and a time will come when your end is here only. That is, in either of the case, either the end is updated to point at start, or the start is updated in each and every iterations, and lastly it point at end. So if start is equal to end, if this thing arises, that is, I do not get, I apply this concept, I apply this concept, I apply this concept, but still my element is not found, if my start and end are pointing to one location, that is, one element is left, so I will say that not found, my element is not found. So I have reached the start of the array, and or I have reached the end of the array. Equal to operator, Nikhil, we give it in implementation in C, in writing the C code. But in algorithm, if you give this concept, still the concept is clear. This is the format we write the algorithm. So here you can give this equal to for both the things, for matching or for assigning. In algorithm, the language is okay, but when a language is concerned, C, C++ or anything, then this is operator specific. This is just a rough of the algorithm. So for this thing, suppose I am searching for element. Suppose I am searching for element 51. Okay. Okay, no. Suppose I am searching for the element 25. Let us search for the element 25. Fine. I will start from this step according to this algorithm. I have set my start, end, and calculated my middle. Then I will check from third step, I will check my element to search for 25. Is it greater than 20 or lesser than 20? I am seeing that it is greater than 20. If the element is greater than 20, that is, element is greater, we search the right part, and I will update my start variable. So my start will point here. So in the next step, what I will do? Fine. So in the next step, end will not be changed, end is updated, and start equal to mid plus 1. So this is where I started my mid at a location index 4, and my mid plus 1 will be index 5. So this is my mid plus 1 start. Fine. So once this is my start, that is location 5, and this is my end, that is location 9. Okay, I will just change another color so that it is better for you. Then again I will go on in the same loop. Again I will calculate 5 plus 9. 9 plus 5 is 14, right? 14
14.
14 by 2 is 7. So my index location 7 is the mid for this step. So this is my mid, location 7. Oh, sorry. Sorry. So this is my mid, location 7. Fine. I will again check my element to search for 25. Is it equal to the element at mid 50? No. If it is no, then I will search whether the element 25 is lesser than mid or greater than mid. The element is lesser than mid. If it is lesser than mid, I will be concentrated on the left part of my array. So my left part, what will be updated? Updated will be, my start will be as it is. My end will be what? Middle minus 1, right?
Mid plus 1 minus 1.
So next iteration, what will happen? For next iteration, what will happen? My start will be same, but my end will be updated. That is mid minus 1. So mid was earlier 7. 7 minus 1, 6 is my end. Fine. Now 5 plus 6. 5 plus 6 means what? 5 plus 6?
11.
11.
11 by
5
2
plus
1
6?
5.
11. 11 by 2? 5.5. 5.5 ka lower floor value we will take, that
5.
is 5. This
5.
is my fifth position. My mid is calculated to be here. This is my mid, right? I will check whether the element at my mid is the element I am searching for. Yes, the element at my mid is the element I am searching for. So I will say that the element is found and the index location is mid value. That is, the value is 5. Is this concept clear? How the algorithm is run and we get a result at the end? You yourself at your home can apply on anything. You can apply taking an element over here. You can apply taking an element 7 over here to see whether this algorithm is working and giving. You can apply it with taking no element, that is an element out of this array bound, to check whether for that also this condition is it going to, this start equal to end condition, this condition whether it is going to or not. Fine. So at your home you can apply it using any algorithm, using uh, any of the values in this algorithm to check whether it is applying true value for all the cases. And if you face any doubt, you may say, okay. So I will just share the attendance. Is this algorithm, how this is working, is this thing clear to you with this example, how this is worked?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I have solved it using element 25. You solve it taking one element from the left, you solve it taking one element extreme from the right, and you solve it taking one element out of this array range, so that for each and every elements, you can see how this algorithm is working perfectly and giving you the same answer, the answer which it's supposed to. Okay, so this is the today's attendance. All of you please mark your attendance in the LMS portal. Where is the returned variable value stored? Return variable value matlab you are giving a number, you are searching for it using the num variable. So num variable value, it will search with each and every index locations. How you will calculate the mid, the start, the end? So the start, end, mid, it will give you a value, and this value will be the index location values in your element. So it will accordingly tally your num variable with the index locations value, and then it will check that whether the element is present or not. So we do not return the variable, right? We just return the statement that whether the num is, that is we are searching for whether that variable is exist or not. And if we want to return the index location, we will simply return the mid value. Whatever value, last updated value will be there in mid, will be the value of, will be the location of the variable which we are searching for. Is this clear, Nikhil? Okay. Here we do not need to return anything because we are only searching, and by searching we just answer this, that if we have searched the element or not. This is the format of searching. If data is not present in array, then you will see a time will come when you go on updating, because at each iteration what you do, at each iteration you go on updating either the start variable or the end variable, right? We go on updating this thing, and then again we calculate the mid, then again we check whether it's in left part or right part, then again we update the start, we update the end. So like this we go on update. So a time will come when your start pointer and end pointer will locate at the same element, just like we had come in this example, but it is not equal to your mid location. That means here what happened? 1 minute. I will just share. I will try to share. Oh, a minute. Here what happened? Your start is pointing at 25 and your end is pointing at 27. If you are not being able to find the element, a time will come when your start and end will point at the same element, be it anywhere in your array, either here or here or here or here, whatever it is. By updating and updating, my start and end are pointing at the same element. If it is pointing at the same element, then we know we are not left with any other element. That is the last element. And if that is the last element which we are searching, I mean, we have come to that element being the last element and still we haven't got any matching for my element, this means that the element is not present in my array. Okay, 1 minute. I just forgot to take your screenshot. Sorry. Just wait a minute, okay? So is this answer clear to you? The person who asked? A time will come when your start and your end will point at the same variable, but in that process, while coming to that, you have not been able to get any mid element which matched your number, and so this will mean that you have reached and you have start is greater than the element, then also the data is not found. Your start cannot be greater than your end. Why is that? I will tell you, because your start is always mid plus 1. So if it is always mid plus 1, then mid is always one of the middle positions in between your start and end. And if mid is one of the middle positions in your start and end, then obviously it won't cross the boundary of the array. What it will do is it will point to the same element together, the start and the end, and you won't